Today in this video lecture, we are going to solve Khan University Examination Board Class 10th May 2012 Physics Paper 1. So let's come to our first question of this year. So here we have our first question of this year, in which we have to identify that which of the following pendulum will have the least time period. So if we recall the formula of time period, that is T equals 2 pi square root L over G. So this is the formula of time period. From this formula, we can conclude that time period is directly proportional to the length of the pendulum. So in these four pendulum, the length of each pendulum is different, in which D has the maximum length, while for option C, it has the minimum length. So the least time period is the pendulum in which it has the least length. So the correct answer for this question number one is option C. Then we have question number two and three. In question number two, we have to identify the part of a wave that is indicated by an arrow. So, this is a type of wave in which we have a crust and trough. So, this is a crust, and this is the next crust. So, the distance between two consecutive crusts is known as wavelength of the wave. So the correct answer for this question number two is option C, that in this diagram, the arrow indicate a characteristic of a wave, that is crust. Then we have question number three. We have four vibrating objects that are producing sound. Then which of the following will produce the loudest sound? So for this question, we have to recall the factors that affects the loudness of the sound. So the factors that affects the loudness are the area of the vibrating body, amplitude of the vibrating body, and the distance of the vibrating body. So these two are the factors that can influence the loudness of the sound, and the loudness is directly proportional to both of these factors. So greater area of the vibrating body with the greatest amplitude will produce the loudest sound. So among these four options, the option that has the maximum area and the maximum amplitude of the vibration will produce the loudest sound. So for this question, the X4 that has the area of 10 meters square and the amplitude of the vibration is 5. So the correct answer for this question will be option D. Then we have question number 4 and 5. Sonar system is used to find the hidden treasures under sea water. We have to identify that for this system, what type of waves are used. So we have studied in a chapter sound that ultrasound is the one that is used in sonar system to identify the hidden objects under sea water. So option D is the right answer for this question number 4. Then we have question number 5, in which we have a plane mirror and an incident ray strikes on the mirror and a reflected ray and a normal is drawn on this diagram. So we have to identify that in the diagram that which of the following is the angle of incidence. So we know that angle of incidence is always formed between the incident ray and normal. So this is our normal line. This indicates the incident ray, and this is the reflecting, yeah, or reflected ray. So the angle that is formed between incident ray and the normal is angle 2, and this is the angle of incidence. So the correct answer for this question number 5 is option B. Then we have question number 6. If the angle of incidence in the given figure is 40 degrees, if this angle of incidence is 40, and we have to identify that what could be the angle of refraction. So this is our incident ray. This is our refracted ray, and we have a normal marked as n. And the angle between incidence and normal is 40 degree. From this given diagram, we can see that here we have the medium air, and here we have the medium glass. When a ray of light moving from air to glass, it always bends towards normal. So if this bend refracted ray bends towards the normal, so the angle between normal and refracted ray will reduce. So in this case, the angle of refraction would be any angle less than 40 degrees. So the correct answer for this question number 6 would be option A. Then we have question number 7. Where will an image be formed in the diagram if the magnification is 1? So in this question, we have two hints for the correct answer. One is this, that object lie at 2f. So we can identify the position of image in this diagram. Similarly, our second hint for this question is that its magnification is equal to 1. So magnification equals to 1 means that height of object will be equal, the size of image and size of object will be equal. Similarly, the distance of image will be equals to the distance of object. So if we can recall all our cases that we have done in the image formation by a convex lens, so we have studied that whenever an object is at 2f, its image is always formed at 2f on the other side of the lens, that is equal to the object that is real in and inverted. So the correct answer is option C. Then let's see question number 8. The given diagram shows the position of an image of a very far object produced by an eye. Which of the following correctly indicates the defect in the vision? Simultaneously, the lens that is used for its cure. So we have to identify the defect, and we have to give the cure, that what type of lens could be used in this disease. So in the given diagram, as we can see that this is the point where image is formed, and this point lie behind the retina. This is behind the retina. So this means that this eye is long sighted. This eye is long sighted or far sighted because the image is formed behind the retina for a very far object. And to cure this disease, these refracted ray, this is refracted ray, and this is also refracted ray that is refracted from the lens of an eye. So these refracted ray must be converged to make the image formed at retina. So we can use converging lens in front of an eye to make the image of a far object on the retina. So this correct answer is the disease is long sighted, and we can use convex lens to cure this disease. So option A, we have our correct answer. Then let's move to our next question, that is question number 9. a negatively charged metallic object is brought near to a neutral object. So we have a negatively charged rod, and this negatively charged rod is brought near a neutral object. So we have one object charged and the other is neutral. So for this scenario, or for this process of electrostatic induction, we have to identify that which of the following diagram correctly describes the above situation. So we know that the negatively charged rod will attract all the positive charges in that neutral object due to the process electrostatic induction. So the correct answer for this question will be option B, because the rod is negatively charged and it has attracted all the positive charge to the near end of the rod, and negative charges are repelled to the opposite ends of the rod. So correct answer is option B. Then let's see question number 10 and 11. How much charge will be deposited? So it's mean we have to find the magnitude of charge. When two parallel plate capacitor each of 3 microfarads are connected with a battery in of 50 volts in series. So we have to find the total charge Q, we have the total voltage V, and that is 50 volt, and we can find the total capacitance from this given diagram. So as we can see that this combination is the series combination, and for series combination total capacitance 1 over C equals 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2. So the values of C are 3, so it will be equals to 1 over C plus 3 plus 1 over 3. So 1 over C total capacitance will be equals to 2 over 3, and finally total capacitance will be equals to 3 over 2, or 1.5 10 raised to the power minus 6 farad, because these capacitors were in microfarad. So the total capacitance is 1.5 exponent minus 6 farad. So for finding the value of total charge, we know that total charge Q is equals to total capacitance C and total voltage V. By substituting these values, total capacitance is 1.5 10 raised to the power minus 6 multiplied by the total voltage, that is 50 volt. So 50 multiplied by 1.5 is equals to 75 10 raised to the power minus 6 coulombs, and by making standard form it will become 7.5 10 raised to the power minus 5 coulombs. So this is the correct answer that of total charge deposited at each capacitor, and this charge will be same on both the capacitors because they are connected in series combination. So the correct option for this question number 10 is option A. Question number 11, which of the following option correctly shows the Ohm's law? So, what is Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that voltage is directly proportional to current, uh, and its resistance, if its resistance remains constant. V equals to IR is the Ohm's law. So we have a pair of values that for voltage and current and resistance R. So in each of the following options, V should be equals to IR. So product of V and I should be equals to R. So in the first option, 4 twos are 8, but the voltage is 2. It's mean this is the incorrect answer. In question option 2, 4 into 8 is 32, but the voltage is 2. So this is the incorrect one because it does not obey the equation of the Ohm's law, that is V equals to IR. Then we have option C, 20 is R and zero point 0.5 is I. So 20 multiplied by zero point 0.5, that will be equals to 10, 20 volts, that is V, multiplied by zero point 0.5 ampere, that is current, equals to 10 volt. uh, Sorry, 20 is ohms, so this is resistance, and 10 volt is the voltage. So the product of resistance and current is equal to voltage. This means that this option C is the right answer, because the product of resistance and current is equal to voltage. So option C is the right answer. Let's see the question number 12. What will be the effect of increasing temperature of a thermistor on its resistance? So, thermistor is a type of temperature sensing resistance. This means that this is purely non ohmic, because its resistance changes with the change in temperature. So we have studied two types of non-ohmic conductor. One was the thermistor, and the other is the filament lamp. For filament, increasing temperature increases the resistance, while for thermistor, if temperature increases, its resistance decreases. So, in case of thermistor, these temperature and resistance are inversely proportional. So, resistance increases, temperature increases. This is incorrect. Resistance increases, temperature decreases. This is the right answer. Resistance increases and temperature decreases, and there will be no change in the resistance. So as question says that temperature is increasing, this means that the resistance of the thermistor should decrease. So for that case, option 2 would be the right answer. Resistance is decreasing if its temperature increases. So 2 only, that is in our option B, is the right answer for this question. Then we have question number 13. So, in question number 13, according to Fleming's left hand rule, what does the position of thumb shows? So the position of thumb is the direction of force in our Fleming's left hand rule. So, thumb, middle finger, and forefinger represents these three quantities: force, field, and current. FBI, these are the term representing these direction of these three terms is represented in our Fleming's left hand rule. Then we have question number 14. All of the followings are the factors that affect the magnitude of induced EMF except one. So we have all the factors that are affecting the magnitude of induced EMF, and we have to identify that which of the following vector will not affect the magnitude of induced EMF. So as we have studied in that process, that magnitude of induced EMF, it is directly proportional to the speed of the conductor through the field. Similarly, the greater the length of the conductor, greater will be the magnitude of induced EMF. So these two are the factors. So if we see the option B, that the current passing through the conductor. So as the this process occurs, the electromagnetic induction, it will induces an EMF, and due to this EMF, an induced current will be produced. So induced current is produced, or the current flows after the this induced EMF. So This is the right answer for this question number B, because in option A, resistance in the electric circuit, greater will be the resistance, it will be difficult to induce an EMF through electromagnetic induction. Let's see question number 15, the purpose of using iron core in transformer. So we know that we have two coils. One is the primary coil and the other is the secondary coil. That these two coils are wounds on a soft iron core, and the purpose of using this soft iron core to enhance the magnetic effect so that flux could easily transfer from one coil to the other coil. So the correct answer for this question is option D. That is, iron core helps to transfer electromagnetic flux from primary coil to the secondary coil. Then we have question number 16, and in this question we have to identify an electrical component that is drawn in this diagram figure. We have to identify that what device is shown as position 3. So this is the position 3, and this is a device that is known as transformer. So transformer is a device that can be used to increase or decrease the induced AC voltages. So this device at number position 3 is a transformer. Then let's see question number 17. The gain control is 2 volts per centimeters, and the peak voltage we have to find in this diagram. So peak voltage is actually the height of this wave. So as we can see that the height of the wave covers two block, and from this scale 2 volt is per centimeter. So one block is 2 centimeter. So the one block is 1 centimeter. This means that one block shows 2 volts. So two blocks will be equals to 4 volts. So the correct answer for this question number 17 is option D. Let's come to our next question, that is question number 18. In this question we have a truth table for uh, our logic gate, and we have to identify that which gate is given. So this logic gate, this states that for if all the inputs are 1, the output is 0. Similarly, if all the inputs are zeros, the if any of the input is 1, the output is 1. So let's reverse this. Let's say if it is 0, 0, 0, and 1. So if we can match these inputs and the raw that I have written, so 0, 0 equals 0 and 1, 1 equals 1. So this type of logic gate, as we have studied, if all the input is are 1, the output is 1, and this is known as our AND gate. So the real outputs are the reciprocal or the inverse of these. It means the this table is for NAND gate. So the correct answer is option D. Let's come to our next question of this year, that is question number 19 and 20. All of the following are the components of information and communication technology. We have three components of ICT, information and communication technology, except for the one. So, data is a part of ICT, software is a part of ICT, and hardware is a part of ICT. Power supply is not a part of information and communication technology. It is a part of an electric circuit. So correct option is option B. Option D. Then let's see question number 20. All of the following are the information storage devices. So we have three information or the data storing devices except for the one. So as we know that audio cassettes store the data in the magnetic form. Similarly, flash drives and hard disks, these are the devices that are used to store the uh, data, while battery is a storing device but it is not used in ICT to store data, rather it is used to store charge. So the correct answer in this question 20 is option A. Then we have question number 21. That is a very simple question, that which of the following is a radioactive element. So I have studied in the last chapter that uranium 92, 235 and 236 is the element that is greater than atomic number. Its atomic number is greater than 82, so it is an unstable nuclei and it emits alpha, beta and gamma radiation. So option B is its right answer. Then we have our next question, that is question number 22. Which of the following diagram represents the emission of gamma rays? Then we have question number 23. The following equation represents the decay of uranium 92 238, and we have an alpha emission, and we have to identify the daughter nuclei. So we know that for an unstable nuclei to perform an alpha decay, its atomic number is decreased by 2 and its atomic mass is decreased by 4. So this 92 will become 90 and this 238 will become 234. So the element or the daughter nuclei with atomic number 90 and atomic mass 234 will be the right answer. So there we have option A, that is the correct answer in this question. Then we have the last two questions in this year of 2012. What will be the values of x and y in the given equation? So this equation shows that a thorium 90 to 34 has performed an beta decay in which an element Pa is formed, and we have to identify its mass and atomic number. So we know that atomic for an element to perform the beta decay, its atomic number Z remains same, no change in the atomic number, while its atomic mass is increased by 1. So the value of Y will be 234 plus 1, 235, and the atomic number remains same, that is 90. So X is 90 and Y will be 235. So let me correct one thing. For beta decay, the atomic number Z is increased by 1 while the atomic mass A remains same. So this is our parent nuclei and this is our daughter nuclei. So its atomic number will increase by 1. So its atomic number will become 91 while its atomic mass remains same. So the atomic mass of this daughter nuclei will be 234. So 91 and 234 is the right answer of this question number 24. Next we have 25, which are the following isotopes has equal number of protons and neutrons. So in the first option, we have one proton and zero neutrons. Similarly, in option B, this number shows the protons, while this number shows the number of protons plus neutrons. So carbon C612 has six number of neutrons and six number of protons. So question says that equal number of protons and neutrons. So for this case, option B is the right answer, that C612 has the same number of protons and neutrons.